we are here. We are finally starting our next big adventure that isn't Football Manager related on the channel. This is a game that I've been looking forward to for a long time to play. It's kind of D&D related, Pathfinder, and I honestly think we're going to have a lot of fun. Now, the two games, we are going to be playing both, but the two games, other than being in the same world, as far as I'm aware, they're not connected, but having never played either, I don't know. Could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. But the most important thing is this, that this is a Quite Average Gamer, that my name is still Duncan, and this is the first part of Pathfinder Kingmaker. Let's get to it. Welcome, and this is our character. Our name is, of course, Wesley. We are a Sylvan sorcerer. Now, I've done all this just to save time quickly, so I've skipped all the character creation that you can see. In terms of our start stats, here they are. So if anyone has played Pathfinder Kingmaker, tell me if I picked good stat spread for a Sylvan sorcerer. We are an Asimir? I'm not sure how to say it. We've picked a dog companion because I love dogs. We have took Point Blank Shot because I believe I need that for another skill. We took Spell Focus, Evocation, and our starting spells, I've took Magic Missile, pardon me, and Mage Armor, mainly because I like spells like that in theory don't miss. So if we need to do we need to know we can guarantee we can hit something, we've got that. Mage Armor to give us a little bit more AC, which is always good. An hour per level, interesting. So I think our AC is 13, that gives us a +4, so that would give us a 17 AC. I don't know if it works with armor. Does it armor? Except I think we can wear light armor, but I'm not sure. I picked the neutral alignment.
I'm not touching that.
Mainly because I have no idea, realistically, what the alignments will do for us. And then our skills, we've got a +8 in Persuasion, 2 in Knowledge of Arcana and World, 8 in Use Magic Devices, 3 on Perception. And yeah, let's see how we got on with this game. We are the Sylvan Sorcerer. Our name is Wesley. We're an Asimir. Let's go and see if we can do well in this game. Now, the audio's going to disappear for 2 seconds while I bring the camera back. Ba-doop. Ba-doop.
Our story started at the mansion of an Aldori sword lord. Drawn by the promise of a most dangerous task and a commensurately huge reward, heroes of all...
Sorry. Yeah, that's fine. I just had to make sure we had audio. I'll read this bit out again, just in case you didn't hear any of it. Our story started at the mansion of an Aldori sword lord, drawn by the promise of a most dangerous task and a commensurately huge reward. Heroes of all stripes gathered here.
Where are they? This is taking forever. Didn't even say what this was for, just said the Aldori were looking for heroes. Who are the Aldori anyway? Rich folk?
I'm going to guess from that, purely from that character portrait, that's our barbarian.
If you can't be patient, no one's keeping you here. Just go back to your mountains or whatever hole you crawled out of. The Aldori sword lords run the premier school for the dueling arts. They're also the richest and most influential group in this part of Brevoy. Take that tone with them, and they'll teach you some manners pretty quickly.
Tartuccio has very impressive eyebrows, but something tells me motherfucker's evil. The Aldori Sword Lords arose when famed swordsman Baron Syrian Aldori agreed to train a select group of pupils in his dueling techniques. They ruled Rosslyn for generations, each as prickly as impulsive as the Order's founder. Though they are considered some of the finest sword fighters in the Inner Sea region, they are also obsessed with personal standing and honour. Brevoy is a relatively young nation, having only existed since 4499 AR. The history of Brevoy before this time is the history of two often warring nations, Issia and Rostland. The coming of the Chorrol? I'm going to say Chorrol. The Conqueror changed all of this. After securing the defeat and surrender of the two nations, Coral christened his family House Rogarvia. Its rule ended with the mysterious disappearance of every member of House Rogarvia in 4699 AR, leaving Brevoy in a precarious political position. Okay.
All right, you purple toad, just shut your trap. And if you can't, I'll help you.
Guess that's them two there. There's us. Don't see my dog.
Hush! Quiet! They're coming.
Okay, Lindsay. I wonder if we have any weapons. With a sorceress, I'm not expecting to have weapons, but...
Greetings, everyone. I am Sword Lord Jamandi Aldori, and this is Lord Mayor Yosef Selimius of Restov. Welcome to my mansion.
She just said sword. It's a sword, not a sword. The Aldori Sword Lords arose when famed swordsman... I have read that already. Restov? Have I read Restov? Restov is one of the largest two cities in the fertile region of Rosland in southern Brevoy. Lord Mayor Yosef Selimius leads... Fucking hell, some of these names are really hard for me to say. Leads the city, which is a trade and cultural centre that borders the River Kingdoms, the Shrike River, and the Stone Lands. As the birthplace of the Aldori dueling style, the city boasts several Aldori and Taldan dueling schools, which has led to the city being a favoured place for young nobles to practice dueling championships. Most prominent among them is the Aldori Academy, widely regarded as the region's finest war college.
We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for responding to our call. You may be few, but that's unavoidable. We need only the best of the best for this task. And I see true heroes before me, strong and fearless, exactly what Restov needs.
I'm going to guess this dude is either not important or going to die because he doesn't have a portrait.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. Now, to the point. South of here, just beyond Brevoy's border, lies a region known as the Stolen Lands. This is disputed territory, and while it's long been claimed by nearby states, it's never been truly taken. I won't bore you with the legal technicalities. Suffice to say that anyone with enough courage and power to seize the Stolen Lands and name themselves Baron or Baroness, claiming dominion, well, none of the neighboring states would be able to challenge it. Of course, Restov would be first to recognize the legitimacy of this new state, as well as the noble title of its founder.
So the Stone Lands are an almost wholly unsettled region in the northeastern section of the River Kingdoms, bordering the nation of Brevoy and serving as a buffer between Brevoy and the River Kingdoms. Traditionally, the haunt of bandits and monstrous humanoids, the Stone Lands are regarded as stolen by all nations along their border, even though none have ever been able to keep these realms under their control for long.
Unfortunately, one serious obstacle stands between you and this title. A gang of bandits holds sway in the Stolen Lands. Their chief, who they call the Stag Lord, considers himself the rightful owner of these lands, and no one has yet been able to challenge his power. Bring me his head, and you'll be able to return to the Stolen Lands as their legal ruler. Any questions?
Welcome back, everyone. Sorry, I had to just... There's a little quick cut here. Apologies, just had to check something very quickly. So let's just ask the questions. There's a whole team of us. Who exactly will receive the Baron's title?
I will, of course. I'm the leader of this team, after all. Don't worry, though. I'll make it worth your while to help me.
I actually don't know what's scarier with Tartuccio, if it's the massive eyebrows, the kind of noncy-looking goatee, or that incredibly bad receding hairline.
We haven't yet begun, and you already speak of divvying rewards. What makes you think we'll even succeed? There's little point arguing over who gains the title when we'll most likely lose our lives there.
Well, you're clearly a happy dwarf, aren't you?
If I may please answer the question. We believe you're all equally deserving of a noble title. Over the course of your expedition, it will be up to you as a team to decide which of you is best suited to rule.
That is a load of bullshit. We're not equally deserving, let's be honest. That is the fucking... I don't even know the word, like the fucking shite bag way out of saying, we don't really know yet. Whichever one of you comes back alive will be the Baron. That's what you're trying to say, isn't it? Why not just recognise the Stag Lord as Baron?
That's a good point. As I see it, this Stag Lord already holds power over the region with confidence. Many noble bloodlines were started by bandits who just got lucky, weren't they?
She has incredibly pointy ears. Jathal.
Perhaps because we do have standards to maintain. This room has seen many celebrations of adventurers, and even those who just got lucky. But giving a noble title to a bandit lord? That's one thing that's never happened here, and it won't while I still breathe.
Well then. You're helping us find a Baron, eh? What do you gain from such generosity? Why am I the only one with questions?
Don't ask stupid questions. Why should you even care? What they have to gain and why, that's for Lady Aldori and I to discuss. It's none of your concern. Your only concern is to swing your sword around or whatever it is you do.
I really hope he has a painful death very early in this game.
Of course, we stand to benefit from this enterprise. But if you're concerned that we intend to rule your country from afar, using you as a front, well, please know that these concerns are unfounded. Let's just say that we have a strong interest in the region's stability. We have need of a ruling power we can negotiate with, not bandit gangs and monster hordes.
I'ma call bullshit. You're not having us set up a kingdom or region that we control for us not to be a buffer zone. It's exactly what we are.
What is that smell in the air? Is it the smell of unspoken words and political intrigue?
Hello, pretty tiefling. What rewards can we expect exactly?
And what reward would you seek beyond a noble title and your own lands?
Money?
We'll absorb the costs of preparing and equipping your expeditions.
Money.
Once you return victorious, Restov will also allocate you a significant sum to provide financial support for you to establish your country. Essentially, we'll help you build your capital. I hope such a reward is satisfactory.
So pretty much money. When I said money, they are pretty much saying, we will give you money.
Words, words, words. Significant, financial. I can't fill my belly with pretty words.
You are 100% a barbarian.
Of course. There will also be an official banquet held in your honor. All of Rostov's high society will gather to celebrate your feat.
Now you're talking.
Yep, she is clearly just a barbarian. I didn't even know. It's either a horn to blow or a drinking horn on her back. Amiri, I think I might love you.
Excellent. You venture forth tomorrow. For now, you can take some time to get to know one another better. Or you can head straight to your guest rooms to get some rest. You'll find we've already prepared supplies for you there. And thank you again for agreeing to take part in this expedition. I wish you luck.
Okay.
Thank you again, with all my heart, for replying to this call. The flare in your eyes reveals your courage, the unshakable will that distinguishes true heroes. I look at you, O champions of Restov, and doubt not for a second that you'll be victorious. So venture forth toward your feet. Go, and return in triumph.
Okie dokie. So some people are leaving.
Hi, my name's Lindsay. I'm a bard, though this is my first real adventure. So, shall we go teach this stag lord a lesson?
I'm Wesley. Pleased to meet you.
Likewise. Actually, I also wanted to ask you something. How do you feel about this Tartuccio fellow? I think he's pretty obnoxious personally. He appointed himself head of the team, and he's just after the Baron's crown, or whatever it is Barons wear. Doesn't matter. I don't like him. I think you should be team leader. When I first saw you, I couldn't help but think, now here's a real hero. Someone who'll be praised in poems and songs. This is the person I'll write my book about.
So Lindsay's crazy then, right? She's just batshit crazy. Wait, a book?
Damn, I should have led with that. Please, just let me explain.
Yeah, please do.
You know what the trouble with most heroes' biographies is? They're always written years later, based on the tales of, best case, people who saw things from the outside. Worst case, someone heard about it from their brother, who heard it from their friend, who heard it from their cousin, and so on, adding a new batch of lies each time. Every time I read about a heroic journey, I think to myself, why didn't they just bring a bard with them to write it all down properly?
I mean, I kinda get her logic, but she's also nuts. It's also pretty nuts.
And then I thought, I could be that bard. I just needed to find a suitable hero and volunteer to follow along on their glorious adventure. A great plan, huh? And here we are, with a heroic journey lying before us. Who's going to be the hero? Some dwarf who keeps muttering about how we'll all die? Or maybe that horrific scythe lady? Or, God's forbid, Tartuccio? No way.
I vote for the depressed dwarf, personally. What about the barbarian? She looks pretty heroic. I think her name's Amiri.
Oh yeah, she's fantastic. You can tell she could tear a bear's head off with her bare hands, but she kind of scares me, just a little. But, I mean, her sword's twice as big as I am. She could cut me down without even noticing. Just think on it a bit, alright? I'm sure you'll agree.
I'm sure I won't.
Alright, I'm going to my room to write about tonight. See you in the morning.
Okay, random bard. That's just adventurer. There's Jathal. Can we actually interact with these people, or is it just little blurbs above? It's just blurbs above their heads. Just blurbs above their head. Okay. WSD moves the camera. Oh. Yep. Thanks. Done that. Thank you. Yep. Oh, there's the dog. Oh. I don't. Okay, we're exiting. Where are we going? I don't think that's how we get to my room, is it?
Help! Help!
What's going on?
The mansion's under attack. We need to help.
Sorry, what?
Some villains broke in and started killing everyone. I barely made it. Hurry, we have to help the guards fight off the attackers, or we'll all be cut down one by one.
Can I blame Tartuccio, or is it too early to blame Tartuccio? As if to lend credence to Lindsay's word, a scream echoes from down the hallway. Why are you leaving me? Okay, bye. You're not going anywhere, mate. Right, so we are doing turn-based. So that's one of the things I did change. So you can do, like Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, you can do real-time with pause. Or what I have changed it to, we can do turn-based. I think turn-based is going to be a lot easier for me in this game. Because Whoa, dog. You seem like you are a beast. What I was going to say is I think turn-based is probably going to be best. Why can this not be? I thought I could wear light armor, no? Can I not wear armor? Maybe not. We have a crossbow and a dagger, though. Nothing else here. Open the door. Okay, that person is definitely dead. Let's look. Don't know where Lindsay went. Lindsay's there. Somebody else is dead.
Will this ever end?
Will this ever end? An old map. Which somebody would pay well for. A book of some form, we'll just collect it all, I guess. Waste not, want not. They've got someone we have to help. Look, they're running, get them, and that, what should we do with this one? We'll finish him later, he won't get away. Do we really need to save Tartuccio? I would prefer to not save Tartuccio. Is that an option? Whoa! Is this dog strong? Lindsay, do whatever you're doing. You miss with the crossbow. Interesting. What do we have? Acid Splash, Ray of Frost. Try Ray of Frost, I suppose. We also miss. Oh, yes, because something I'd read about that when an enemy is in melee combat or within melee range.
You're just in time. A bit longer and I'd have been... Whew, I don't even want to think about it. Can you imagine what a terrible loss this would have been? But it's all right now. I'm safe, sound, and unscathed, ready to lead you to victory.
Sorry, I think when you are in melee range, enemy ranged attacks have a negative chance of hitting. Is it like a -2 or 3? It's why I needed a certain ability. I believe, don't hold me on that, never played the game before, it's just something I vaguely remember being told.
To make our way to her. And along the way, we'll try to save some of these dummies who are supposed to accompany us to the Stolen Land.
Which means as a sorcerer who's probably going to be attacking from range, we'll pretty much have to attack backlining people that aren't in combat, or in direct melee range of someone. Which is interesting, I suppose.
Speaking of dummies, take this ring. Quiet now, so that little fool doesn't hear us. She might try to steal it herself. It's magical. It'll protect you. You'll need it while you work to defend me.
I don't trust you, Tortuccio. I want you to know that. Hi. I do not trust you. I will never trust you, Tortuccio. Backspace to select all companions. Noted.
Serves you right.
Nice hit, whoever fired that crossbow shot. Lindsay did. Nice, Lindsay. I think... Oh, you're not getting a chance to attack this round. Okay, I know how to cast spells. I think I figured that out quite quickly. You could just use Ray of Frost or Tuccio. Nice hit. I will also try and use Ray of Frost. I must have fired a crossbow shot because I don't have a turn. You've definitely used the turn already, I think. Yep. There we go, dog murder. So the dog attack seems to knock people down. And then when it's trying to stand up, we had attack of opportunity, I think that would have been. So that's pretty cool. Nice miss.
You deserved it.
We are now 3 range characters and a dog, so... Right, let's loot bodies. Load of armor, I'm assuming was healing potions there. That leads back to there. Hide armor and a mace. Okay. There's blood at the base of that door.
Not that I care.
Not that I care. Money. Some form of ink and some money. From what I can gather, I think it's like a shared inventory. Which isn't really my idea of great, but whatever. Food stuff. Food stuff.
How much longer?
Which is interesting.
It's the end for you rats!
I think that's Amiri, isn't it? That's the mage lady. Not mage lady, sorry, Barbadian lady. Let's just move into a range. Tortuccio, you should be able to hit. Nice hit. Dog, just run. You have... If you use a full round of movement, you have, what, 80? Wow, okay. You can go quite far. Fair enough, you can't attack after 80, but still. I'm glad they're missing a lot. You're a halfling or a gnome, so your movement speed will probably reduce compared to everyone else's. I am assuming. Right, can we frost this prick? We did. Tartuccio. Not the dog. Nice miss. Doggo. Hit. Nice. I'm gonna guess Amiri's gonna kill. Amiri.
Oh, it's you. Stay up from under my feet or I'll strike you down.
You're a fan of Tartuccio then?
Blood for Gorum!
Gorum is also known as our Lord in Iron, is a god of battle above all other pursuits. It is said that he would rust away into nothingness if there was ever a time with no more conflicts to be fought. His faithful believe he is present in every iron weapon of war that is forged.
Barbarians.
I think that's exactly how heroes should be.
Barbaric?
What, stupid, sweaty, and always looking for something to gobble up or lop the head off of? Calistria, save me from such heroes.
I mean, I enjoy stupid, sweaty, and always happy to gobble. Callistra is also known as the Savoured Sting and the Unquenchable Fire. Is a goddess of lust and revenge who takes on many faces and guises. She is held in especially high regard by elves, who often identify with her mercurial moods and changeable nature. A fondness for wasps has earned this vengeful deity the title of Savoured Sting. Such creatures live on after harming their enemies, a trait Callistra's followers hope to emulate when pursuing their goals.
Not that I care.
Not that I care. Oh, this is the main hall. This dude seems important. This is your last chance. Drop your weapons and we'll spare your lives. So generous. I'm afraid I can't offer you the same courtesy. Here you go, mug. Get him. What the fuck is that? How about no? How about no? I am a level 1 sorcerer that will murder me. Loot that body now. Oh, what was that, Ian? Oh, it's a spear. Sweet. That's now been crushed. Okay, the passage is blocked.
Will this ever end?
Okay, it's a dex check.
Let's make this quick.
Managed it.
Did we succeed? I don't know. Dog, go bite. Lindsay, go shoot.
Any last wishes?
Nice hit. Wes, Ray of Frost. Nice hit. Tartuccio, Ray of Frost.
Out of my way!
Nice hit.
Nothing else.
This is like the armory, I think it said. Let's see. Heavy armor for someone. A key. A tower shield. The fuck is that?
What have we here? This chest is full of gold. I guess it's for the guards' salaries, all things considered. Well, those freeloaders don't seem to have been working too hard for it. Maybe we should pocket it instead.
Maybe?
What? No, we're heroes, not thieves.
Who said we were stealing it? We'll just take the gold for safety so the assassins don't get it. And then we can heroically return it to Jamandi when this is all over.
Excuse me. Stealing from a sword lord in her own mansion, she'd have our heads.
How would she know it was us and not the assassins? Unless someone planned on telling her.
The gnome throws a sideways glance at Lindsay.
Don't drag me into this. You do what you want, but I'm not taking a single coin.
Yeah, either am I. I'm gonna not do that because I do think she will murder me. And I don't want to be killed. I'm too young to die. We are encumbered. Poop. I think we actually are encumbered. I didn't read what encumbrance actually does.
Oh, familiar faces. I hope you're not so frightened as to swing at every shadow. It's me, Jathal. I don't recommend advancing down the hallway, assuming you value your life, of course. There were a few people with me, and you can see what happened to them.
True, Scary Scythe Lady.
And just how did they all end up dead while you don't seem to have a scratch?
Tartuccio, you can't be looking at anyone suspiciously. You're the most suspicious looking bastard there is.
I'll answer but briefly and just once. Further scares and explanations will wait until we aren't being hunted by a group of assassins. Deal? All right. I'm undead.
Sorry, what?
These traps are deadly to the living, but they're harmless to me.
What?
What do you mean, undead? Really? Like zombies or skeletons or...
As I said, further explanations will wait until later. All you need to know right now is that we're on the same side, and we have to fight off a small army of hired assassins. Let's get to it.
Okay. Crazy undead lady. Right, so trickery skill checks want me to buy traps. Are we actually encumbered, by the way? Oh, chill speed reduced fatigue period. So that's what it does. Okay. Okay, that's fair. I did wonder what encumbrance would actually do.
What's over there? Nah, I don't want to know.
Okay, so Lindsay looks like she is our lockpicker.
It's just not my lucky day.
Want to try again? Because we can't get by if you don't disarm it.
Please.
Well done,
I
Lindsay.
see something. Applause, please.
Never doubted you, hen. Okay, I did, but let's not tell her that.
Anything else?
Yeah, open that door, would you? Loot that body now. Couple of scrolls. Where does this lead to? What are you dialing for? I'm telling you, Jumanji's cash has to be here somewhere. We'll hurry it up before someone's coming. That would be us.
Against me.
I'm gonna say dog first. It's always a dog first. Why can you not attack? Can I attack? Yes, I can. We do 1 damage. Just hit that one. Nice miss. Tartuccio, Real Frost. Nice miss. Jithal. Just
Onward.
march forward, I suppose.
Wretched things.
Damn it, the dog missed. No, I think that'd be stupid. Let's do Real Frost if we can. Nice hit, and I think he missed his attack. On us, he did. Because he used that as a reaction, I think that actually lets us escape as well. He missed my dog. Lindsay
Serves you
attack.
right.
Nice hit. Tortuccio.
Just die already!
Nice hit. Jethal. Come back and hit this one. Oh, damn. Dog, if you could just murder this dude. You missed again. missed with our Ray of Frost. He missed. Okay, everybody's missing.
You deserved it.
Like, everybody's missing.
Time to get my hands dirty. Okay.
Advance!
Nice, Jathal. Okay, what's up here then? Couple of doors. Okay. Okay. Humor me. Yep, okay. So that's moved them up. Right, you go in here just now because I'm not splitting between the two of yous all the time. So...
I don't tolerate fools.
Oh, I'm not good with these puzzles.
Enlighten me.
You just... Right, so...
I deserve better.
Hey! I somehow actually managed that. What the hell is in here? Like, is taking this stuff a good idea? Or like a bad one? Like, I feel like I am just robbing her at this point. But loot. It's a lot of loot. But am I just robbing the poor woman? All of it is a possibility, okay? Anything over here? I did see her ream a minute ago. Nope.
My patience is running.
Is there a door there as well? No. Give me everybody. The assassins. Harim might be dying? Tartagio. Nice miss, mate. Love that for you. Dog. Attack. Nice. Oh, you arsehole. Critical hit my dog. Thank God he missed. Right, who have we got? I'm confused, Game Hood. Would you like me to do something, or we just... It appears we've lagged out a little bit. Have we... Oh my god, have we just bugged out? We have actually just bugged out. Where's this? How far back did this save? Is this game a buggy mess? Oh, fuck. Okay, it's bugged out a way back here. Do I just replay and show? You know what? I will cut out getting back to where we were, okay? I'll see you in a second and I'll loot that room again. See you in a bit. Right, we're back to just about where we were before. As you can see, we've just been in there, looted all that. We're here. So far, the fights have actually went worse. Wes has went down once in combat, which isn't great. So yeah, but let's hope we get a bit better this time, and hopefully the game won't bloody crash. I'm going to quick save, which is thankfully still the same button as Baldur's Gate 3 was for it. Right, Lindsay attack.
This is where I step in.
Nice hit. Not the only doing 1 damage bit, but... Ow. Dog, save. You missed, that's not good. Oh god.
Damn it!
He's down again. Holy shit, the dog took a big bit of damage there. Nice hit, Tortuccio. Fancy helping out? Nice. Jethal, could you hit these people? Oh, nice. Maybe you're my new love.
Serves you right.
Nice. Damn it. Okay, Wiz still down. Tortuccio, can you hit Ray of Frost? The kind of crossbow, it's pretty much pointless. Same with Wes, like, I'm never going to really use the crossbow on him unless there's, I guess, a particular reason we can't use magic.
Despicable.
Jethal can't hit. Lindsay, can you hit from distance? Nope. Dog, can you hit in person? Nope. And the dog.
Everything is so much fun with a little fire. What a night, huh? I thought I was all alone. It's good you're here. A bit boring, chasing fool assassins without anyone watching the show.
Okay.
It's not fun at all. Many people have died for nothing.
She makes a valid point. You sound like a Kelishite, am I right?
Of course. I'm from Kadira. But tales of hot deserts and shady oases can wait until the fighting's finished. But if you'd like to share a dinner and pleasant conversation, just say the word. I like making new friends.
Kadira is the westernmost satrapy of the Padishah Empire of Kalesh. My god, these words. Kadira is a kingdom with the power of the sprawling empire at its back. Kadira is Kalesh's doorway to the Inner Sea region, and is perhaps the single most valuable piece of real estate on Galarian.
I don't know where you're heading, but I'll be at the entrance to the main hall. I think I saw some guards there. Join me there, if you wish.
The tiefling salutes you and runs ahead nimbly. Right, sweet. We're going to look. We're going to drink potions again. Not you. You. Can I heal the dog? Apparently not. Well, there's Harim, who's on his arse.
Grotus, I can sense your silhouette hovering over me. It won't be much longer. Soon we shall meet, O Lord of Oblivion.
Grotus is the god of the end times, a sentient and cruel moonlet that looks down upon the boneyard and waits for the last living soul to die. When Pharasma judges the last soul after the last living body dies on the material plane, Grotus will descend to the boneyard and move on to the material plane to clean up and pack the dust away for another reality. No one really knows what Grotus is going to do once the last soul is judged, but it's generally accepted that it will not be pleasant. Are you being a bit premature? Look at yourself, you've barely got a scratch.
That's impossible. Oh, it seems you might be right.
Harima, I don't know if I love you or I'm scared of you.
Yeah, it seems I will live. I suppose I must postpone meeting my god, not for long, I'm sure. But while we remain in this transient world, Erin is at your service.
Great. Are you a healer by any chance? Bless. True strike. Heal living. Thank you for healing the dog, I suppose.
Yes, I'm still here.
Cool. Still terrible. I don't seem to be able to rotate the camera. So I guess I'm only looking in one direction once. Like, I can't rotate round, if you know what I mean. I find that just strange more than anything else. We're just looking for any loot, I suppose, quickly before we go anywhere else. What the fuck is in here?
Look here!
A secret passage? Okay, is the gate securely locked? Okay. I don't know who has the best perception, but I'm glad they do. It was Tortuccio, the wank. Who did? Right, here we go.
You, run and get an axe. You, bring more water. You, stay here and hold our defense. Those assassins are still around here somewhere. Aha! Some of our guests survived. Good. You need to get to the banquet hall and help Lady Jamandi.
Do you need help putting out the fire?
No, we'll manage. I've got my best people here. Those who still live. Your place is by Lady Aldori's side.
It doesn't seem right. What if some of the guards are wounded? We need to help them.
Let's go immediately.
Fire doesn't frighten me, thanks to hell's blood running in my veins. I'll go ahead and wait for you on the other side. Catch up!
That's a little bit sus, Kaise.
May Abadar keep you safe.
Abadar, the god of cities, law, merchants, and wealth, also called the god of walls and ditches in the Eastern Dragon Empires, is known to be a patient deity. Maintaining a strong neutral stance in his actions, he sets forth to expand civilization and order among the peoples of Galarian. Guess we're going through the fire, boys. Oh shit, okay. And so our adventure started, earlier and much more tragic than we'd expected. The whole team who'd gathered in the hall yesterday had been reduced to but a handful of brave souls, led by Wesley, and not at all by that scoundrel Tortuccio, no matter what he might have imagined of himself. Jamandi Aldori was waiting for us, but to get to her we had to have to march through fire, literally. As we approached the burned building, we either dressed ourselves in a block of water, tried to find a less dangerous passage, or covered our noses and mouths before we rushed inside. It was a good thing we hadn't wasted any time. After entering the building and taking just a few steps forward, the wall behind us slanted and crashed down with a terrible crackling sound, blocking the way back. While we may not have planned on going back, if we'd come in a little later, the flaming logs and red-hot bricks would have fallen right on our heads. Regardless, we were left with only one way to go. The hot air burned our lungs and our eyes watered from the smoke, but Wesley led us stubbornly through the flames while Tortuccio did nothing useful at all. We'd made it to the hallway leading to the banquet hall when we heard someone calling for us. It was Valerie, one of the guards I chatted with a bit in the banquet hall. Even then, in a calm setting, I'd been stunned by her beauty. But now, amid the smoking flame, she looked like a celestial avenger, an armoured deity menacing, but beautiful and merciful, descending from higher spheres to help us poor mortals. She'd held a burned, barely lying guard in her arms. "There are two more!" she shouted as she passed us by. They are wounded. Help me pull them out. Tartuccio grumbled something about how Jamandi was waiting for us. Meanwhile, Wesley is going to athletics and try to save the guards. And we succeeded. Saving the poor fellows didn't take long. Together we lifted them up and carried them away from the fire. Only then did Valerie pause to catch her breath and wipe the sweat from her face. Thank you. That was truly noble of you, she said. And now let us rush to Lady Aldori's aid. Ensuring the guards we'd rescued were relatively safe, we made our way to the hall, where the battle was already in full swing. Oh sweet, we are just through then. Okay. Now we actually do have Valerie. She's now fatigued. I think that's what that sign means. Yes. I like the fact I had to keep on like quick saving just so we don't get basically locked out what we just did a minute ago. I count 10 or 11 enemies, not including the frost giant.
This entertainment.
Is that Kisei just standing doing nothing? Nice hits! Oh my god, she has a flaming sword. Like Azora High. You know? She could have saved us if we were in the world of Westeros. It's a lot of enemies also. Jethal can't quite hit anyone yet. Quite far away, annoyingly. Valerie, who is next for us. Oh god. It's not really a sneak attack when you can see. Okay, Valerie moves at an incredibly slow pace. Let's speed that up. Right, they now have 2 attacks. I wonder who put up the barrier, if it was the lady or someone else. Let's try and take out the leader with our searing light. It did 1 damage. Bloody hell. Now, what the fuck? Did you just summon a... Sorry, who summoned the Hydra? Harim! What? You gain a supernatural ability to make a melee attack with a morale boost bonus on damage roll. Oh, okay. I don't think you're actually... Yeah, you can't hit anybody yet, so we'll get you moved forward. Okay, that's now done mirror image, annoyingly. Ow. Can we try and take out the assassin? Good, keep on taking out the mirror images. Tartuccio, again. Try to take out this mirror image so he is... Oh, we got a hit there. Nice. I don't care if he hit Tartuccio much. He's a dick, it seems like. Take on the Hydra! Dog hit. Yeah, go dog. Man, I don't know if it is for you, but this game is so fucking loud for me. And I say that because I can't really tell at the moment. Nice, Jethal. I'm hoping it isn't too loud because I can't edit it once the recording's finished. Nice, 4 damage. I'm guessing Valdir's like a tank. Just to absorb damage and do a little bit. Ray of Frost on the Assassin Leader, Wes. You took out one of the mirror images, which is fine, I don't mind that. Harim, hit the Assassin, you missed. Right, all the mirror images are gone, which is cool. Tartuccio? Yep. Try and hit the Assassin Leader. You have a really shit aim. To be fair, so do they apparently. Oh god, if someone did another Hydra. Nice. Nice. Who am I? Who am I? Dog. Attack that one. Nice. Will they keep missing? We'll keep living. Cool, another one dead. Her health is pretty low though. Good miss. Valerie hit this one. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I'm just going to use one of our magic missiles on this rift channeler. Nice. I'm guessing they either don't have much health or they're not real. Because that was not much damage. If we take out the rift channelers, will that stop the summons against her? Guess one can hope. You've caused fear on the dog? I want to say dog. You missed. Can you take out that rift channeler, please? You did, but they're still standing. Yes, the dog that's had fear on them. This is quite a hard battle for us because we're not really getting much of an output going. If it wasn't for the fact that that lady seems to be pretty fucking strong, she'd be fucked waiting on us trying to save her. Who have I got? Who have I got? What's that? I'm going to assume because you're undead. Yup, that's what will heal you. Move you forward now. Valerie, can you take out this rift channeler? Nice. Wes, can you magic missile that one? Nice, that one should be pretty close to death. Not too far. Who have I got? Who have I got? Harim, can you try and hit the assassin leader? Nice. Solid hit. Right, you're causing fear on Valerie. But you're missing. You two are trying to get out of there, I think. It's now fighting an earth elemental, okay. Try and take out some of these bowmen. Nice crit. Where is Amari? Amiri's just coming in now, sweet. Amiri, come help. You missed. Can we just try to take out these bowmen? Nice hit. Dao, attack him. Unlucky. Jethal, attack him. Nice hit. Valerie, you are running away. That's not great. Wes, magic missile this prick again, please. You're still not dead, are you shitting me? Good. The leader's dead now. Amiri just murdered that one. Last rift channeler's dead. Which just leaves this fucker for Amiri to hopefully murder. And she missed.
Leave this one to me.
So did Artuccio. So did the dog.
Unworthy.
Nice! Jethal finally got the murder in. I'm going to quickly save. Let's speak to Jamandi Eldori. Don't know why I'm doing it as Jethal, but whatever.
Thank you for your valor and bravery. The enemy was strong, but you were stronger.
Yes,
and
we
that
will.
means I made the right choice. Just as I thought, there were worthy leaders among you. I'm especially grateful to them for the courage and common sense they showed while defending the mansion. But this attack means we have even less time than I thought. Someone already knows of our plans and is acting against us. You'll begin your expedition immediately.
When you say that Tartuccio is a leader, he did fuck all.
Lady Aldori, please, I know who arranged this attack. The vile king of Pitax, Iroveti. What's more, I know who among us works for him. Hey, you! Show everyone the ring you're wearing. You think I wouldn't recognize Iroveti's seal? That's why he wasn't killed. The bandits recognized him as one of their own by this signet ring.
So it was him. It was Tartuccio who was a cunt. He was the one that betrayed everyone. Great. Pitax is long a haven for thieves and smugglers. Pitax is a hub for trade in the River Kingdoms. It aspires to be the centre of culture and higher learning as well, but cannot escape from its more unsavoury origins. We're going to do the past world knowledge check, where we can say that we have no connection to Pitax, but Tartuccio's name, accent and clothes seems like it came straight from there. Or I can try the diplomacy. You mean this ring, the one you gave me? I'm going to try that one.
Yes. Such a gambit would be typical of Iroveti and his henchmen. And yet, it still seems suspicious.
It does, I'm not going to lie.
There's definitely a spy among us. But who? All I have is one word against another.
Yeah, it's
I'm
Tartuccio
afraid
though.
you're both under suspicion.
It's Tartuccio.
They both came to your aid, Lady Jamandi. But a liar's cunning knows no bounds. I've never met these two or their companions. For all I know, they're all conspiring spies.
Casey, you're not helping.
How could you say that? We fought together. We literally went through fire together. And then you vanished into thin air. After you promised you'd wait.
Exactly.
My words might be rash.
Might be.
I bet my life despise anyone but this man.
Oh, thank you.
I saw how he dealt with those creeps with my own eyes. A true warrior. I'd go with him through hell and high water. This purple crook, on the other hand. He's got the eyes of a spy. And the mug of a spy!
I agree with Amiri.
Lady Aldori, don't listen to this thick-headed barbarian. She doesn't know what she's talking about. During the attack, our leader showed his true colors. He forced us to break into the armory and rob it.
I'm going to do lawful neutral here, because it seems like the most likely option to say, forgive me for my trespass and my defence were in the middle of battle and in dire need of weapons.
Considering the circumstances, that was more than reasonable.
Thank you.
That was a sound decision. Sometimes one must act at one's own risk and peril, until crossing the boundaries of what is allowed. Showing initiative is no crime.
Thank you, Valerie.
It is insane when faced with death to stop and question whether you may be breaking some law or rule. Even more insane would be to ask forgiveness for making the right decision. Sorry, but your words display a lack of wisdom.
Dude, you thought you died from a fucking scratch.
What about that trick he pulled right before we came in here? He knew very well you were fighting the enemy, but instead of rushing to help you, he dallied as long as he could, dropping everything to save people from the fire, even though the guards were handling things just fine. He was obviously hoping to show up too late and find you already dead.
That is one weird way of twisting things. That's I almost feel like I'm being gaslit by this little wretch. People were dying right in front of me. How could I just walk by?
Really, Tartuccio? You're seriously trying to blame someone for saving people from a fire?
Thank you, Lady Aldori.
May Shellen spare me from ever having to make such a choice, but he behaved decently as a true leader.
Shellen, also known as the Eternal Rose, the Eternal Maiden, and the Incorruptible, is the goddess of art, beauty, love, and music, and the half-sister of Zon Kuthon. Shellen focuses just as much attention on the internal beauty as external. As aspects of her role as goddess of beauty, Shellen also promotes the creation of art and the composing and performance of music. Clerics of Shellen frequently are artists themselves. As a goddess of love, Shellen encourages the proliferation of that feeling in all its forms. She's not the goddess of sexuality, lust, or fertility, and makes a very clear distinction between love and sexuality, although she does not in any way discourage erotic love. The few paladins who worship her practice courtly love.
A true leader is someone who has their priorities straight, not someone who would put a valuable ally's life in danger for the sake of some servant.
Oh god, you're a bitch.
Enough squabbling. I'm still not sure which of you I can trust. However, the risk of entrusting the whole affair to a spy is too great. Here's what we'll do. 2 teams will head out. That way, I'll know at least one group can be counted on to serve my interests in the stolen lands.
Sorry, what?
Lady Aldori, most of those who are to set off for the stolen lands have been killed. Those who yet live will require help. Please allow me to join the expedition.
I'm sad to lose such a talented warrior. But you're right, Valerie. They have greater need of you right now. Go, and may Abadar keep you. Which of the 2 teams would you prefer to accompany?
Yeah, who do you want to join, Valerie?
If my leader allows, I would join his team. He seems a worthy commander in my eyes.
Valerie, I would love to have a tank. I mean, you.
Commanders, military leaders, all these laws and rules are but dust and vanity. I suppose I will accompany Tartuccio.
Okay, Harim, that's kind of gutting since you can heal.
Our leader is good in battle, but I don't like all the spiritual agonizing. I prefer those who can act without wasting time helping every little pipsqueak. Those like Tartuccio.
That feels like a... not a compliment to Tartuccio at all.
Ugh, Tartuccio's going to take the credit for himself and be done with it. Shellen, spare me from such allies. I'm going with you. You're a hero worthy of my quill.
Thank you, Lindsay.
As for me, I know neither of these 2. At least not well enough. And I have no wish to become an unwitting pawn to an unworthy leader. If Lady Jamandi allows, I'll remain in Restov and help mend the wounds this attack has inflicted. But who knows? The road may bring me to the stolen lands, but not yet.
Okay.
I don't even need to think. I'm coming with this man. As for you, Purple Toad, just wait until we meet along the way. I'll be sure to hang your rotten spine guts from the trees.
Okay, Amiri is just adamant that he is evil, and I agree.
All right, we have 2 teams. To avoid unnecessary conflict on the road, you'll each take a different route to the stolen lands. Tartuccio's team will go through Navakta's crossing. The garrison commandant will provide him all the help he needs. You will take your team to Oleg Levitin's trading post. He's been complaining about the Stag Lord's bandits for a while now. There, you'll be provided with all the necessary travel supplies.
So we've received camping supplies, 4 rations, and a signed scroll of Raised Dead.
I'd like to believe you, but I know all too well how convincing traitors and spies can be. If you're truly innocent, I hope you can forgive me this precaution.
I can. I just like the fact you're not apologising to Tartuccio.
While you're away, Keston will investigate the night's events and learn who in Restov is working for Patox. But you should know that it isn't just Patox we need to worry about. The royal house of Sertova may also interfere in our plans. I've managed to keep this affair a secret from them so far, but that can't last long. By my estimations, you have no more than 3 months. After that, any feats you accomplish will be points.
So what, 3 months will be 90 days? Okay. The royal house for Sertova is a current ruling family of Brevoy. It is also the oldest Brevik noble family and the most influential. Excuse me. Their original holdings are the environs of Port Ice in northern Issia on the shores of Lake of Mist and Vales. The Sertovas are known as careful and cunning diplomats. Before Coddle the Conqueror invaded, the Sertovas were known as pirates and raiders, and the family still has many connections with the pirates and brigands of the region, many of whom are distant relations of the Sertova clan. Their family motto is, "Ours is the right."
And now, farewell. This battle was but the first ordeal along your path, and you overcame it as true champions of Restov. May the obstacles that follow also fall to your feet. Fear nothing, my friends, and return victorious.
Okay. Are we going to get to rest now?
Surviving a terrible night, our small team set off to brave our fate. Beware, stolen lands. Heroes are on the way.
So I'm assuming that's meant to be us, but we don't wear armor or a shield. That's definitely Amiri, and that's definitely Lindsay. Right. So no, we haven't rested up whatsoever. Lindsay's not full health. The rest of us are. I'm going to save the game. Save. And I think with that and a bit of common sense, that's where we'll end it for today. Next time, we'll journey to Oleg, I think his name was, trading post. Hopefully rest up, but we'll definitely take it from there and see where we can go. It seems like we do have an actual countdown of 90 days, 3 months, 90 days. I'm assuming it's exactly 90, but could be a few days more. So I don't really want to waste too much time potentially. My fear would be getting lost, I suppose. But who knows? We have a whole bloody adventure ahead of us. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please do leave a thumbs up. It does help out the channel immensely. I will see you on the next one when we make our way to Oleg and see what mischief, I guess, we get up to there. Till then, everyone take care. I'll see you next time.